Hello, in this video we're going to see how to create beams in VisualARQ and how to split them in different parts. So first of all we're going to run the beam command. So here there is the list of beam styles available that VisualARQ templates bring. So we're going to select one beam style and one of these sizes. Okay, let's pick this one. Also we define some insertion options that we can find here, and we just draw the beams, which is as easy as drawing lines. Okay, but we can also create beams from curves, so we can have a beam created from shapes like that. For that we're going to run the beam command again. So we pick the same insertion options, same profile, and we will select the from curves option in the command line. Now we pick that curve, and here it is. Now, if we want to split that beam into different parts, we should repeat the process again, but first splitting the curve into different parts as well. So we're going to do that. We will going to run the divide command and pick that curve, hit enter, and define the number of segments, for example 5. Okay. Now we run the split command, we select the curve, hit enter, here we select the point from the command line, and we're going to pick these points as splitting points. Okay, make sure you have the OSNAP point on for that, and now we get the different segments as a result. So we can now run the beam command again. We also pick beam insertion options and select the from curves, and we get a different beam for each of the segments created. Okay, but what if you want to repeat this process but defining a different number of segments? So for that purpose we're going to use a grasshopper definition. So we run grasshopper, okay. We're going to use the VisualARQ Grasshopper Components for that, which is an add-on that allows us to create the VisualARQ architectural objects directly from Grasshopper. So we can create walls, beams, any kind of VisualARQ object here. And what we need to do is to get this beam as a reference beam. Okay, so we will go to the params tab, and here you can see all the params for VisualARQ objects. So we're going to select the beam param, do right click, and set one beam. So we'll select this existing beam here. Okay. So what you have to do now is to obtain the path curve of this beam. For that, we're going to use here under the beam box the deconstruct beam component. Okay, so this component gets the path curve of this referenced beam. Okay, so we could create a new beam actually just from this curve. As you can see, this beam doesn't have the same parameters as the original beam. For that reason we need to also plug the options of the original beam. Okay, but what we have created here is just a one-piece beam. So what we are going to do is to split the original curve into different segments. So we're going to use a divide curve component. So we will plug the beam path curve here and define a number of segments in here using a number slider. Okay, so we have the different segments. Okay, let's put 4, and we will use a shatter command to split the original beam path curve through these division points. Okay, now what we have to do is to plug these segments as the beam path curves. As a result, we get a different beam for each segment. So what we have to do now is to bake these beams. Do the right click, we bake the beams, we can select here the layer where we want to create them, say OK, and as a result we get the different beams. Actually we have to just hide the original beam, and we have here the resulting parts. Okay. This command can be also applied on walls, railings, curtain walls, any of the visual objects that can be created from curves as well.